you're bare knuckles, but you cannot fool me. Like you really played him well. Right? I think I should start playing.
Hello?
Greetings. Is this Mr. Knuckles?
Yeah, yeah, is this Richard?
Oh, hi. Hold on. Your voice sounded slightly different for a minute. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry
Oh,
about that.
it might be bad. I've been having some bad phone service in this area.
Oh, you were about to be heading to bed?
No, I'm not yet, but
Oh,
it's just the phone service out here. Sometimes it comes across you sound like a robot when you get a call for some reason.
what happened?
Just sometimes the phone service out here is kind of sketchy and makes your
Yes,
voice sound like a robot sometimes.
yes, I realize that. That sometimes your voice it breaks up at the end, and it does. Sometimes I talk to you, it's like super clear, and another time your voice is breaking up. It sounds like a robot, as you say. But
Yeah.
we're trying to work with it.
Does it
Anyhow,
sound okay right
um,
now?
yes, definitely, you're okay right now. I can hear
Okay.
you. How was today, though? You were on the job.
Yeah, I was working today.
Did you work on Sunday?
Yeah, I work just about every day, to be honest.
Wow. So you work a lot.
Yeah,
Okay. Hard hard working man. All right, no problem.
Right.
Uh Anyhow, as it is says in the book of Psalms, David said, for those who work very hard, there is a reward. Because you don't work hard for nothing, right? There must be something, right? That one works very hard. So there must be a reward.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I was asking you, the photo you sent of the receipt, the deposit receipt. If you still have that, I would like you to forward it to my email because we're trying to actually process that. But I think I've been going through the paperwork, so I'm not able to locate the papers at
Uh,
all. Just hold on for a second. Hold on.
did I send it on your other phone or? Oh, were you talking about the transaction receipt from the bank?
Sorry.
Are you talking about the receipt for the transaction?
Yeah, the receipt, the deposit receipt after you made the deposit, right?
Yeah, I don't. They canceled the transaction.
Oh, they canceled the transaction because we were wondering what happened, why it hasn't showed up. What's the situation?
Oh, they said that there was some issue verificating it, or um, they didn't go
Yes,
into the
because
detail about it. I just told them I didn't have any
yeah.
more information for her, so I couldn't give them nothing else.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's the thing because on my side, they were actually asking a question such as, which branch did you do the deposit? I did not know the specific branch that you did either. So I guess
Oh,
on both sides, we did not have sufficient information that was needed because that was what was being asked of me today,
right.
which brand did you had it done? And if I had that information, everything would have been processed. All right, just hold on for a minute.
I think it was it NPC Bank or something? I can't remember. You told me which bank you wanted it deposited into, but I can't remember now. It's been a little while.
Um, Hold on.
Sounds like you're taking your cabinets apart over there.
Okay, so what's the situation? You're gonna have to like go to the branch you went to in order to receive the cash refund, correct?
Um, right. They actually. That's how I knew that they canceled it because they sent they asked me to come by today and I picked it up.
Okay, so you will have to go back to the physical branch where you went to in order to receive the refund, right?
Well, I already have. They already refunded me. I went by there today.
Oh, you had the refund done today, right?
Right. Yeah. They had my information, so they just called me and said that they couldn't verify the transaction for me to come by and pick up the money. So I just came by there.
Okay. All right. It's the same thing here. They were trying to like verify. I did not know which branch you used. I was trying to reach out to you, but I know it was going to be hard because you're a very busy person. All right, so just let me see here. All right. All right. So the situation is having the cash deposit done, I think there may be much more information that I will be needing to provide to you. And after you have it done, there might be much more information that you may have to provide to me in terms of
Yeah.
exactly the branch physical location. So can happen is either this: we can either go ahead and have the redeposit. I'll have all necessary information for you at this time, and I also know what information I will need from your side in order to complete the verification. Or what you could simply do is either go about in terms of making out a check for the amount for the same merchant and have it mailed towards our department, right?
Right.
Or yes, or you would be able to go about in terms of just adding your total balance to like a money pack card. But the thing about the cards is that you may have to be going to our outlet stores such as like Walgreens, CVS, Dollar General, etc. And that may be a little bit hard according to your schedule, because I know
Right.
you're a busy man.
Well, it's
So,
Christmas time, so the stores are pretty busy right now. Um, it was the PNC. It was the PNC branch that I made that deposit at.
yes, they were asking me the branch address that you did. I did not know, so we could not verify. So, how, according to your schedule, because as I said, I know you're a busy man, and I'm bearing that in mind, and also for the holidays, jobs
Yeah.
may be on the high demand at this time. So, according to you, this is something for you to look into and see which way is much more easier for you. Either you want to go about doing the redeposit, I'll have all necessary information, or you could just make out a check. It does not have to be certified or etc. It could just be a personal check for the amount, and then just have it being mailed off to the address.
Yeah. Well, that will
That will
work.
be less
What?
complicated.
Yeah, I can mail a check if you want, or um.
Yes, that will be less complicated for
All
you.
right. I mean, if you have a Wells Fargo or Third Coast, I could probably just do a transfer too, straight across, my bank to y'all's.
Okay. All right. So let me see here.
Are
Yeah,
we still, are we
definitely.
still, are we still talking 1,500? Is that what you the
Yes,
deposit?
1,500. That's correct. On $1,500, no less, no above. So you already have the routing account number and you have the name and you have the address also, right?
I'll still have all that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you have the name, the banking information, and the address. So when making the checkout, all is needed is just the name of our merchant. All right, Mrs. Elizabeth, you will definitely meet her too, and the routing account number and the amount. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And you can have it, and as soon as you have it mailed off, you just let me know whenever you're free because I know your hands are always busy. So whenever you're free, you just let me know, and then we'll be able to confirm on
Uh,
our side, get things taken care of, so we can start the process. I was actually looking to start the process, sometime today, etc., but things were
right.
unsuccessful. We
Well,
apologize for that.
I don't really need her account number or any of that just to write her a check, though, right?
Definitely. Yes, that will be much easier for you. So you
Uh,
have a time frame when you'll be able to get that mailed off, maybe sometime this week.
Yeah, I just saying I don't need her account number and routing number for to write her a check, though. All I need's her name, right?
Yes, just the name and the amount. That's it.
And you're wanting it sent to that address.
And the right, and it's sent to the same address.
All right.
That's correct, exactly.
And what state is that? That Massachusetts?
Exactly. Cambridge, Massachusetts, zip code 02139.
And what is she? Is she one of y'all's bankers or something?
Sorry,
Is she one of y'all's bankers or?
Mrs. Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's our merchant banker.
Oh, a merchant banker.
Yes, definitely. So she's the one who will be taking care of your necessary payments in regards to getting everything registered, taken care of for you, getting the taxes covered, the delivery charges, getting your stamp of approval, all the things that we need in order for the price patrol team to be getting
Oh,
prepared, you know,
okay, so
for
she has
delivery.
access to y'all's accounts.
Sorry,
I said she has access to y'all's accounts.
on the account.
I said she has access to all y'all's accounts. This,
All the account as in regards to which account?
well, you said I'm sending the money to her because she's one of y'all's merchant bankers. I said she
Oh
has
yes.
control of y'all's accounts.
Oh yes. Yeah, she does have ownership in regards to the PNC account that you have been provided to,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, definitely.
Will that be where the deposit's going that I'm making?
Your voice is breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry.
I said that's where the deposit I'm making was going into the PNC account.
Yes, the PNC
Okay.
account belongs directly to Mrs. But it's just because of the verification, where that caused the unsuccess there. There's just much more information that was needed from your side and also from my side. But we
Right.
live and we learn, so we
Right.
understand now that
You
a
sound
lot
like
of
you're pretty educated. Did you go through college?
sorry,
I said you sound fairly educated. Did you got a college degree?
college degree.
Yeah.
I do. Well, I must say to you that in regards to this work, there are specific requirements for this job, not really a college degree. But I must say to you that I have quite a few certifications. But there are many certifications that I'm really not even using right now. I just have them, as some people would so call say, sitting on. But
Right.
growing up through my education, I was searching for what something I would really enjoy doing, not just a job. So, yeah, I've been through many trainings and
Right,
educated in many different ways. But at this time, this is where I'm at, and I
right.
think there's a reason for that, and I give thanks.
So you went through quite a bit of training to get to do what you're doing now.
That is correct. A lot of changes. So,
Did you have to start out on the bottom and work your way to the top, basically?
well, I first started out in studying business and accounts,
Oh,
principal of
okay.
business, yeah, and accounts, as I was aiming to be an accountant. But
Right.
as time goes by, I started to find passion and love for, other things in regards to medicine. I've never
Hmm.
expected that, and that led me to a whole nother level, of this world. Just by getting interested in the field of medicine and healing, I
Right.
started to connect with a lot of people in that field of healing and medicine, and I get to
I see.
realize that this world is much more than what I was thought and what I think of,
Yeah.
especially in regards to healing, you
Right.
know.
Is it mostly physical healing you're interested in? It seems like you're more into the spiritual, mental health than you are to
Yeah,
the
so
monetary.
I've healed a lot. There are people who, yes, cancer. Oh my, yeah, that's a joke. Sinus, I can get rid of sinus, asthma very easily. For a lot of people, they think it cannot be cured, but it can be very, very easily. As they say, it's not what you do, but how you do it.
Oh, so you actually know some like a holistic cures for a lot of the ailments that people have right now that they say can't
Yes,
be cured. That's interesting.
yeah, definitely. At 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 my home, I still have, equipment, a lot of equipment that I rarely use right now due to the fact that I'm not really that deep in terms of that field of studying right now.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
microscope, all different kinds of units, tens units,
Yeah,
7,000 units,
right.
radionic units, uh, yeah, so much, Uh,
Do you mind if I like share some of this knowledge you're giving me with other people, just to enlighten some other people about your job, and what you've managed to do so far with your life?
uh, yes, my life, it's a journey, and
Right.
everyone's life is a journey. Everyone, we come here for a reason. We come here
Yeah.
on this planet for a reason, not just to work and stress, but to enjoy our lives and also to learn lessons through experiences, and
Right.
we learn these lessons that we did not learn in the last time. So we come back again in order to learn once again.
Right. Well, it sounds
So
like you've really had an interesting path starting out doing what you were doing. You said you studied medicine and then you've kind of are doing this right now until you can maybe
yes,
decide to do
so
something
many
else.
things. Yes,
Okay.
I've been certified for housekeeping and waitering, so many things.
Right.
I've also been certified as a chef with culinary skills. I can cook. I used to, prepare, some of the best, you know, anything you could think of when it comes to food,
What was your
for people and
favorite?
I'm healthy with it.
what was your favorite cuisine as far as nationality? Did you do Chinese food or did you do Indian food or what was your favorite?
Repeat your question.
I said, what was your favorite, type of dish as far as like nationality goes,
Oh, okay. My favorite. I really admire my favorite. That's a thing, but I really do admire quite a few people though. I really do admire the Indians in India. Um,
Right. I love Indian food. That's pretty good. The curry and the different
yes.
stuff they use.
Yes, I mean, you have all kind of problems everywhere in the world, you know. Everyone has something good about them also, but definitely India, I really do admire how they go about life. I realize that in the eastern side of the world, things are much more different from here in the western world, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
a lot of these
interesting.
a lot of a lot of these knowledges, they are actually very widely known in these places compared to here in the western side. A lot of these knowledge are not told to us. For example, in school, they educate us of numbers, how to multiply, add, and take away, but they do not tell us the meaning of numbers, you know?
Yeah, right. You
So,
go a little deeper into everything when it comes to trying to find the deeper meaning of life.
So here in this side of the world, magic is like illusion. It's like it's trick, you know. But in India, you know, you have the yogists and the
Buddhist.
yogis,
Yeah,
you, people who you can literally experience, you know, doing things that you may have to question, you know, and that is one of the things I love about traveling. I also admire Japanese, not Chinese, Japanese. I really admire Japanese because
right.
of their liberty, and they have a lot of philosophy that they live by, you know, which here in this side of the world, it's totally different. For example, in Japan, you know, not only in Japan, but even in India, you notice people sit a lot on mat, on rugs, and they fold their legs, you
Hmm.
know, not many chairs and furnitures, you know. Here in the Western, we admire furnitures, you know, we like chairs. But there is something that is called the chair disease, where sitting down too much, too long, you know, throughout the day can actually cause your nerves to be pinched. It can actually cripple people, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I understand that. That's true.
Yeah, sitting down. Even people who drive for a long distance, it's good to stop for some time, stretch your legs, you know.
Right.
People who sit down too much, later on they always have problems with their legs and walking, you know. So
Isn't it the Japanese that the women bind their feet and they end up crippling themselves over time by doing that?
right, yes, it actually exercises the spine when they sit down and they fold their legs. Yes, it does.
Right.
So I really do admire that. I admire.
Well, I always like a good chair myself, but I try not to sit in it all day because my job don't require me to be in an office. I'm moving all the time, so that helps.
Yes, I like uh Polish. I used to have close family member which they were connected to, the Polish people who came from Poland. So I was
Yeah,
introduced to
Polacks.
Poland's music and stuff. So I like those kind of people, also. Germany people, there are some things I like about them. They're very tough. They're very rough people, but yeah, I like that about them. They're
Yeah, it's
very hard, very
kind of like the Russians. They live in a
yes,
harsh
yes,
climate, so they makes for a tough person that you
yes. They're
know.
very rough. But
Uh,
Germany, I, I used to call them germs many because they're very rough. But I realized that they live. There's a lot of nastiness, but for some people that's nothing, but
right.
that's their thing. Around the world culture is different, so I say germs many because I think the things that I've seen, it may cause a lot of germs, but that's just who they are, really.
Yeah, yeah, I
uh
got you.
yes, I do admire Africans also. They have very great personalities, within them in terms of their intellect.
My favorite's probably Jamaicans, if I was to be honest. I
The
like
what?
Jamaicans is probably my favorite because mainly because of Bob Marley, and he was always singing about peace and love, and you know everyone getting along, and I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah,
People getting along and loving each other.
yeah. Well, definitely. See, Jamaica is loved by the world. Right around the world, different country, different languages. Yeah, it's
Right?
loved by this
They
country.
they got the girls with the big booties, and
Yes. Have you ever been to that island?
no, I've just watched pictures of it and heard
It's
songs
beautiful.
about it. Yeah, I'm gonna go one of these days, but
It's
I'm gonna have
beautiful.
to save my money up so I can, afford to go. I guess when this is all said and done, I'll have the money to travel to some of these places we're talking about.
I can tell you, it is beautiful, sir. It is totally beautiful. And yeah, I would advise you definitely whenever it comes to you taking a vacation, you work so hard. I don't know if that is something on your agenda, but if you do, yeah, definitely you will be more than financially able to do that. So yeah, you could definitely take a trip, and it is something that you will never regret. But yeah, their food is also awesome. Their
Well,
music.
yeah, I was gonna say the jerk chicken is my one of my favorite dishes. We got a restaurant down here. It's called something Caribbean, but I got to try out a lot of their dishes, so it'd be interesting to try them out. In the you know, at the source of where they originate from, because you never really know if a dish is authentic till you had it in the country that it came from.
Sorry.
Have you ever tried the jerk chicken?
Yes, sir. I actually, yes, definitely jerk
That's
chicken. I had.
that's one of my favorites.
Yes, it is. Out of all chickens, it may be considered like the most well seasoned chicken.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
spicy.
and the jerk is actually where it's on fire, but like almost on a grill.
Yeah, I talked to a girl a while back that was she was half Jamaican, and she was telling me that they put it in a pot and cook it over a fire, and Um, she was talking about goat too. They would kill a goat and they would do the same thing with that, just like they did the chicken. But I've never tried the goat, at least not served like that. Around here, we got a lot of people from Mexico, so goats pretty is pretty popular.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes,
they
it is.
they
It
cook it
is.
they cook it up a lot different. They usually got it in tamales or they got it in tacos. They just whatever, but some good stuff.
Okay. Well, Jamaica, it is actually, yeah, it's a special place, really. Everywhere has its something special about it, but it is actually a special island. It is a magical island. Anything that comes from that island, it's a straight winner.
Right,
There's straight winners. There's straight record setters. Strictly gold.
right. Well,
It's very good
I
vibration.
always heard
And,
about the voodoo and stuff like that. It's always scared me when I was a kid when they talked about Jamaica, but I don't know if that's true or not, that they were worshiping voodoo and all
well,
that.
yeah, there's a lot of scary stuff that are being said, but in the reality, what's being said is different. And also, there are movies, that may depict a lot of
Right.
stuff, but in reality, it's totally different. When you come across Jamaicans, they show love. A lot of people, even their neighbors, don't say hi. Jamaicans are not like that. They always, try to be very jovial, show respect. You know,
Yeah, yeah. The few I talked to were really fun to hang out with. They just all they could
but
do is talk about happy stuff.
I think it was said that in the time when there was a lot of like slavery that was happening, the most of like hardest and rebellious of slaves were taken directly to Jamaica. So, the offsprings and all of that, your bloodline is really of like highly rebellious
Oh yeah,
people.
right. I got you. There seems to be a lot of resentment towards colonization, of the country, even though most people alive today really had nothing to do with what
Definitely.
happened that long ago. But I can see how they still feel bad about it. But I don't know. I always let live and let live, let the past be the past.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to keep you on the phone so long, Richard. I just was you always got something interesting to say, so I thought I would probe you a little more for some of that hidden knowledge that you're holding back on me.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for the conversation, and I'll try to get the check sent out tomorrow sometime. Okay.
How's your fiance doing though?
Oh, we're kind of on the rocks at the moment. She, I don't know. Women are,
Oh, she's the upset right now.
yeah, yeah. She's not in a good mood at the moment. I work too much, and when you work too much, you don't get to spend time with people as much as you'd like to. So, sometimes people don't understand that the bills don't pay
Well,
themselves. They gotta get out there and work for it.
okay.
I'm still gonna get her to pop the question though when we come over. So don't. That's not over. We're still gonna work on that. But
Yeah,
we won't worry about it
some
right now because it's we just got to have some patience and try to get this all done as quickly as possible. But you know,
definitely things take time sometimes. Some
right?
unexpected things happen. So you may head out on a project tomorrow, and here comes the rain. You did not expect it, but you just
Hmm.
have to work with it. Things happen. You may
Well,
just have to come back to it.
you've
But
got a lot of patience, so I appreciate that and dealing with
thank
you
you.
because I don't think I would be able to get this done in time if I had to do it within a couple of days.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, it's very important with your fiance. See, we all have disagreements. Nothing is wrong with that. We are different. You have to always remember that, all right? So,
Hmm.
tonight, tonight, you may want some rice and she may want some soup. What I'm trying to say is that you may just want to do things differently sometimes. You
Yeah,
may not come to an agreement on everything, but listen, it's very important not to shout at her.
yeah. Well, I don't shout at her because she carries a gun, so I'm not gonna piss her off too much.
Yes. Do not shout at her. It's very important.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't shout at her. Yeah, that's a lesson I learned very early on. Well, I'll let you
Well,
go,
see,
Richard.
I will gonna let you go, but hold on. See, the thing is, sometimes she may not understand you 100%, because see, you are a person that is very smart.
Right.
You are born in the time and in the tribe of people these people are very smart people. They use their
I'm the
brain a
monkey.
lot.
I'm the monkey.
That's correct. So you will think very smartly. So she may not understand some of the things you do or why you say some things, but you are just a very smart person. So, for example, uh, there are some things that you may not say to her. What's really going on. This is just example. You may not say certain things to her what is exactly going on. Not that you're hiding anything and you're this and you're that. No. The thing is that you're a smart person. So you know that by keeping certain things, it's best kept unknown until whenever you may decide to tell her, or it may be best not to tell her because
Right.
if she knows, it may hurt her. But you do not want to hurt her, so you decide just not to tell her. That's because you are smart. Not all men will do that. So just always remember that sometimes there might be disagreement because you're thinking smartly, she's thinking on another way, and things happen, all right? So don't
Yeah,
worry.
you know the women. They sometimes they think with the emotions. That's that's hard for us men to understand. All right. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll give you a call tomorrow evening and let you know how it goes and let you
All
know
right,
if
sir.
it's on the way.
All
All
right,
right. All
Mr.
right. Well, good
Bear.
night. Good night, Mr. Wealthy.
Definitely, Mr. Bear, you rest well tonight.
I
And
will.
I know you have to work, so get some rest, all right?
I will. You have a good night. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you too, sir. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye bye now.
Bye. Bye.
I'm not like that. I don't stab you in the back. Yes, now you got me, buddy. Now you got me.